All right. This is going to be a great Instigator Mick tonight. First of all, I know you damn Cowboy fans out here are all miserable. After last week's loss to the Buffalo Bills, my Bills just came in there and just whooped your guys' ass. They just ran up your guys' throats. I mean, I bet you Cowboy fans are miserable, just as miserable as Vegas Golden Knight fans are. Especially my special guest, they'll be here shortly. Max Garvin, he's gonna be miserable. I mean, not really, but I'm gonna give him a bunch of shit about that one. They're just as bad as the Steelers. But I'm also being joined my brother, my brother Quinn here.
How's it going, guys? Instigator Mick, thank you for having me on the show. Looking forward to Max Garvin getting here.
Oh yeah,
joining us.
It's gonna be good tonight. You know, it's been a great. I mean, like last night too was fun too. And you got to join me commentating the hockey game, and also got to go to the bar afterward.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Very competitive, chippy game last night. A lot of hits for non-contact league, and a lot of penalties served the other night, especially Mitchell Yale having to serve 2 penalties. It was a very physical game, but very competitive all around. And Dirty Oars, they pulled off a really strong win with Evan Jordan almost securing the shutout until 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third period.
That was close. He almost had it last night. Well, I mean, he also did. I mean, he did also take a puck to the throat, but he just didn't phase him. He just wanted to play the next shift and all that. You know, just kept going.
No, he was a wall. He was a wall back there. He stayed tough the whole game.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's be good. I mean, obviously, I'll be also going to be breaking down, week 16 in the NFL. I mean, last week wasn't my best week in Uncle Mike's Pool. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the first week, I can tell you that. But still, I did win my pick of the week. I called it the Bills were going to win.
That was a good choice. Very, very good pick of the week. Well done on that one.
Being at the stadium, I was wet, but hey, it was a great time. We got the whole family, the whole Jordan family. Hey, or I could call instead of Bills, I have to call it the Jordan Mafia, But yeah, it was fun tailgating. Yeah, Bills took a W. We had a little eventful section there, with a couple of drunk fans, a bunch of obnoxious Cowboy fans, and also an Eagle fan.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
That'll happen. It does, but it was just entertaining. Didn't matter because Bills got to win. I got to chug the rest of my beer when Josh Allen scored that touchdown to make it 21-3 in the first half. He scored an end zone where I was sitting behind.
You can't let them walk into your house without paying the price.
Oh yeah. And of course, what else I got right was the Buccaneers beating Green Bay.
Oh, don't even.
Baker Mayfield. I called it. He was going to come into Green Bay. Probably one of the best games of his NFL career. Over 300 yards passing. Boy, he went off.
Yeah, I will give Baker Mayfield credit. That was only his 4th 4-touchdown game of his career. Very outstanding performance on his part. Really unfortunate as a Packers fan, though. We are really in rough shape right now. Still have a shot at the playoffs, but we need a lot of things to go our way. We need Seattle to lose. We need the Rams and the Saints to lose. And yeah, we need a few losses from a few teams, and we need to come out and win out the rest of the season in order to make it happen. But I think we got the right group to do it. They got great team chemistry. Although a very young roster and a very young team, I feel like that's what makes them so special. Is they all relate to each other and they're able to work together, and it's more personable. And I think they can still do it.
They definitely can. They should. I mean, they got Carolina this Sunday. I'll be tough. I mean, they're the worst team in the league, but you just never know. Don't sleep on any team, especially when it's playoff time.
Absolutely. I mean, this league's been crazy this year. A lot of teams very even. There's a lot of teams that have had records of like 7-7, 6-8. A lot of
8-6 too.
A lot of teams that are still in the hunt, still fighting for a playoff spot. It's still.
Both our teams are still in the hunt.
There's still many teams that have a shot at playoffs, and it's very awesome to see. A lot of fun, very fun NFL season.
It has. I mean,
very competitive.
Since I'm leading MSP still your overall standings leader. Oh man, but I'm not doing well in the college bowl picture now. I'm right now currently sitting dead last in that family. I have Uncle Mike and Nick ahead of me right now, but it's early. I'm going to come back. I'm going to finish strong.
How about that Marshall game last night?
Oh, I did not. I mean, I kind of called it. I knew UTSA was going to win, but at the same time, you just never knew.
I was still pulling for the Thundering Herd, but just couldn't get it done.
The road, of course, team they lost to won their first ever bowl game in school history.
That's correct. Very, very impressive win.
For the Roadrunners. Absolutely. They did well. I mean, yeah. Of course, my Hokies play 1 week from today. 1 week from today. Next week, Virginia Tech will play their bowl game.
Looking forward to it. That one's going to be a great game. I'm pulling for the Hokies all the way.
Oh yeah. I mean, hope we finish with a winning record. Last time we did that was 2019. Was the last time they finished with a winning record.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while. But I definitely believe they will win this game, and I will obviously also, get them going into next season. Because I feel like next year sounds crazy, sounds a little biased, but I think they'll be an ACC contender. I feel like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I really think so. I mean, because they got the whole offense pretty much back next season. But good amount of their defense is back for next season as well. So yeah, they're gonna be a strong team, but it's a lot tougher competition because it's now adding 3 more teams to the mix in the ACC.
Oh, it looks like Mr. Garvin has arrived.
Yep, there he is. Oh yeah, you better get out of me. The man of the hour, trying to heckle him now.
Here comes the man of the hour himself.
Yeah. All right, there you are. Let's go.
Instigator Mick time, baby.
Max Garvin, welcome to the show.
Let's go.
Me and Mickey have been doing some banter on NFL and college
NFL
football bowl
banter?
picks.
Awesome. Did you start?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we just got started. Got a spot for you right here.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Instigator Mick is the greatest show of all time.
Better, man. It's gonna be a good one. I mean,
First
of all-
be a good one.
first of all, I gotta say, how about your Golden Knights losing to my Buffalo Sabres?
I
told you so.
don't even want to think about it,
I
Mickey.
told you that was gonna happen. I've called it since since last Monday. Over a week ago it was. When I was in Buffalo for the Sabres game, I just knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, well, these Golden Knights, let me tell you, what's their record right now?
I mean, they're number 1 overall on the record.
Number 1 overall on the record. That's what matters at the end of the day. See, because Mickey, you can talk all the shit you want and you can make all the memes you want. But at the end of the day, if we're number 1 in the standings, your sorry ass is laughing back to Buffalo, and that's the truth, right, Quentin?
I agree with that statement. At the end of the day, they are the best right now currently. But although after the win the Sabres had,
send me the link to this, Mickey?
it does show
Not
the
yet.
fact that the Sabres do have strong potential for this season, and they still have a shot at doing something.
I believe so. They got the right guys.
Let's share the link.
Oh,
You have the link to it?
yeah, I got the link to it. I can share it.
Is anyone on right now? No.
No, not yet.
Okay, yeah. Let me get the link so I can send
Yeah, absolutely.
the link.
Well, of course, both our teams are still in the hunt bound for the playoffs in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
But boy, I gotta tell you one thing. Friday night, I had a couple of bats, for that game.
Oh, baby.
So
Couple of bats.
I was amped up for this
Hold on,
one.
I'll just go to YouTube and find it.
So pretty much, I was amped up for that game for a while.
Couple of bats.
Of course, I've been waiting for that matchup since you holding that Stanley Cup on that photo like that photo. I've been waiting since that moment 6 months ago.
Was that so 6 months ago?
Yeah, it was 6 months. It was 6 months in the making for me.
Wow.
So that's how long I've waited to get back to you guys.
Very long time to
Instigator
wait.
Mick is live.
And it was motivated. I was motivated this offseason. Just a little slow start, but they will get back later in the season. They will find a way to sneak in the playoffs.
That should tell you a lot right there that they were able to pull one off against the Golden
In
Knights.
Vegas, too.
And I think they have potential, a lot of potential.
Because thing is, Eichel scored the goal. Make it 2-1 in the third. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I just thought the Sabres scored 4 unanswered in that third period.
So where were you watching the game at?
I was right here.
You're right here. Were you screaming "fuck Jack Eichel"?
Oh, a bunch of times.
A bunch of times. Were you getting really into it?
Oh, I was really into it.
Uh,
I remember when Eichel scored a goal, I think I threw my hat. And I scared. I think my game got scared. I scared my dog away from that one.
really?
Oh yeah, when Eichel scored, I was like, God damn! I was really mad. I thought, shit, this is gonna be a nightmare of a game.
Okay.
But I'm not looking too good in the bowl picture now. If you look at the standings right now,
Shit, I forgot to do it real
look at that.
well. I always forget to do
I have Nicholas Mike ahead of me. Come on, that's not unusual.
Mickey.
But it's
He's
early.
struggling in the bull picks, guys. He's struggling in the bull picks.
All right, so let's get in the first one starting tomorrow. Syracuse and South Florida. That's the Boca Raton Bowl. That's at 8:00 on ESPN.
Syracuse and South Florida. What are the records?
Syracuse is 6-6, and South Florida is kind of similar to them.
So they also 6-6.
Yeah, but South Florida's kind of the favorites because it's in Boca Raton, Florida. It is.
Okay, I see that.
But
I'm gonna roll with the fucking Syracuse Orange on this one, baby.
that's exactly what I'm taking in my bowl picks.
I'm gonna take the Syracuse Orange. Working against the ACC might be a bit tougher. Not by much, but
Not by much, but Syracuse gets it done somehow.
yeah, Syracuse gets the fucking job done. That's all good.
That's why I like the Orange in that one too.
I think I got to go with Syracuse as well. They've had a lot of good things come out of their football program. They're starting to turn up. we got they had former player Tommy DeVito from Syracuse, former quarterback.
That's true.
And he's making
That's
things
true.
happen in the NFL now.
Very true.
Couldn't shit on your Packers.
Been very small for a while as a football club, but they're starting to make things happen now, and they're starting to make a name for themselves.
They did get Kyle
They're
McCord.
improving every year, and I really believe that Syracuse is going to take it this game.
They did get a transfer from Ohio State, actually, as a quarterback.
Exactly. They're starting to build.
But the only thing they're error this year, they lost to my Hokies this year. It wasn't just a close game. It was just a straight up ass whooping Virginia Tech game.
Oh yeah. the jokey hokey. Yep.
Yeah. At least my team's
That's
in
the
the bowl
jokey
game.
hokey at its finest, guys.
And of course Duke on right now playing.
Yeah, this Duke Baylor basketball game is pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean Duke's kind of struggled a little bit. I mean, lost to Georgia Tech, lost to Arkansas this year already.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of Georgia Tech, their football team plays Friday night, the Gasparilla Bowl against UCF. UCF's had some recent good history, had some good games in the past. Like, I mean, a couple undefeated seasons in a row. Like
Who is it?
UCF and Georgia Tech.
Oh, Georgia Tech.
That's a tough one because I mean, UCF's a Power 5 school now.
Very simply Southern matchup going on.
Yeah, this is very simple Southern matchup right there. Oh, Mickey, what are you thinking on this one, Bucko?
I kind of feel Georgia Tech in this one. I don't know. I feel like ACC. I like them in this one.
Okay.
I kind of feel them because they played.
What do you think, Quinn?
I think I'm going to have to go with UCF.
Yeah, it's
UCF.
not a bad pick. Not a bad pick.
I think I'm going to take UCF on this one. I haven't watched too much either of them play, but given, UCF has had some successful years. Georgia Tech, probably a bottom tier ACC team. So at the end of the day, let's go. Alex Matlack is in the building right now. He
said UCF sucks.
He's went to the Patriots Steelers game with him. He's a fake Patriots fan. So,
Wow.
You have some wise words to say to him, Mickey.
Oh yeah. Of course, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. I can tell you one thing. You may have owned us in the past, but
He's talking shit right now. He's talking shit.
Yeah, you may have gotten us the first time, but we'll get you in week 17. We're gonna get you in Buffalo this
Did
time.
you guys lose to them?
Yeah, we did.
When?
Like early in the year, like mid-season, kind of.
Okay.
Big upset win.
Yeah, that's right. Mac
Yeah.
Jones. That was one of his best games of his career.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Zappy is crappy, right, Mickey?
yeah. Well, they did.
That's what the guy kept yelling at the Steeler game.
Oh, was he? Of course they did. I mean, was that a rough one for you or what? I mean,
Zappy is crappy. He's asking how many Super Bowls do you guys have?
oh, I know.
He's basically. He's a Steelers fan. He's got the terrible towel right here. So.
Yeah, so I root for both of them, but when the Bills play the Steelers, I always go with the Bills.
That's right.
But yeah, that's right. That's what I got from that Packers game, right?
All right, we'll talk the NFL banter later. We got to keep going with these bowl picks.
Oh yeah. So let's see. There's like a bunch of Saturday
This is
games.
all Saturday.
Yeah, these are all Saturday.
How many games are there?
There's a good amount actually this week. Love that towel though. Yeah, yes,
That's
sir.
right. Absolutely.
Arkansas and Northern Illinois. I mean,
Northern
both-
Illinois. What was their record?
like 6-6, but they are.
How are
Mac-
they in a bowl?
I mean, how are they?
Is every 6-6 team in a bowl?
There's one 5-17. That's Minnesota this year, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So it's so weird how they do this shit sometimes. They put these 5-win teams sometimes. It's just so weird. But that's a Camellia Bowl.
Let me
That's
see it. The Camellia Bowl.
both 6-6.
Okay.
Arkansas State's the slight favorites, 3 points.
All right, I'm gonna go Arkansas State on this one. Do you know their mascot?
Oh, the Red Wolves.
The Red Wolves. I'm taking the Red Wolves all the way.
I got Northern Illinois in this one.
I'm gonna have to take Northern Illinois.
Going the Huskies in this one.
Very
Yeah.
good program.
Are they a good program?
Yeah, they're good. I mean, they used to win the MAC. They used to be a powerhouse.
Yeah.
They've kind of been down a little bit. I mean, lately it's been Toledo's been the powerhouse. And,
Yeah, those Rockets. Yeah, Toledo Rockets.
Oh, now we got some Power 5 again. You got, of course, defending Sun Belt champions, the Troy Trojans, 11 wins this year.
Oh, Troy, okay.
Taking on the Duke Blue Devils, 7-5 this year.
Troy and Duke.
That's a tough one. That's the Birmingham Bowl.
I'm gonna take Duke still.
Yeah, Power 5.
Troy. They went 6 what's the record?
11-2.
11-2.
Yeah, that's a tough one because they won the
Fuck
conference.
it. Let's go with the Troy Trojans.
I mean,
Troy Trojans.
And Riley Leonard just transferred their star quarterback. Duke.
Yeah, fuck Duke. Honestly.
I got the
they're
Devils.
playing basketball right now. That's what we got on over there.
Yeah, I got the Blue Devils this one too.
Although that the Troy Trojans have the better record currently, I believe that Duke is playing better ACC competition, and they're going up against a lot of good teams and beating a lot of good competition. And
Go Trojans.
I think their team's just more ready for this bowl matchup.
Go Trojans.
Including Pitt, who had, of course, your Pitt Panthers had a disappointing year, 3-9.
Yeah, they suck pretty bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. Duke beat them the last game this year. That's right.
Absolutely. Go Troy.
All right, next the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. It's a 3:30 game on ABC. This is James Madison and Air Force. This is James Madison's first bowl appearance. Of course,
Huh.
James Madison, they were supposed to not be in it, but the NCAA finally let him in after not that much 6-6.
James Madison. Okay. And then Air Force.
Yeah,
What did Air Force go?
8-4 this year.
All right.
JMU's 11-1.
Let's. Oh baby.
This was a tough one.
All right. They tried to let James Madison slide in there. It is what it is. They had a good record, but I think Air Force is going to come away with the win. They're doing it for the armed forces. Got that grit to them.
I mean, I had trouble picking this one, but I don't know. I like JMU in this
You
one.
like JMU?
I don't know. I mean, their record's good. I think they've been really good this year. I mean, kind of nervous when they ever play Virginia Tech whenever that schedule comes out eventually.
Yeah.
Yes, I like JMU. They're probably they're honestly the superior team, Virginia, other than Liberty.
Nice. Quinn, what do you
I'm
think?
gonna have to go with Air Force. I mean, they got the more solid record, and James Madison just snuck in, and personally,
Well, actually, James Madison is a better record.
But this is their second year in the FBS.
Yeah,
so
second year in FCS. What were they? They're in FCS.
Yeah, they were a powerhouse in
my
that.
mistake. James Madison has the better record. But on the other hand, I just feel that Air Force is just a more solid, put together team, and I think they're just gonna.
They were undefeated for a while in the year, and they struggled. Next, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. It's Georgia State and Utah State.
Oh, the Idaho Potato Bowl. This is one of my favorites.
Mm.
Who we got?
Utah State and Georgia
Utah
State.
State and Georgia State.
Utah State. I mean, they are a Mountain West team. This is in Mountain West
Let me
territory.
take a look at the match lineup here.
Check the line on that one. Because Utah State's kind of the favorites. 2.5 points. That's right.
6-6 both. 3:30. And where is this played in Idaho? I'm guessing.
Yes, Boise State Stadium. The
Boise
blue
State
turf.
Stadium. Okay. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go Utah State on this one with the Aggies, right?
Yeah, go the Aggies in that one.
Go the Aggies.
That's what I'm going with too. I have my bowl picks.
What do you think?
Yeah, I gotta go Utah State.
Utah
So it's
State
all
is taking
around.
the blame all around. All right, let's move along.
68 Ventures Bowl. It's South Alabama and Eastern Michigan, both 6-6. But South Alabama is a 17-point favorite.
17-point favorite.
Mm.
Well, I'm not gonna turn that down, to be honest. The 68 Ventures Bowl. I'm gonna go South Bama.
I got them too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with South Bama.
South Bama.
Yeah. But now we got a Power 5 matchup going at here. The Las Vegas Bowl. This is played at the Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium.
Allegiant Stadium.
Utah and Northwestern. This is in Pac-12 territory.
Mm.
Utah is a 6.5. Pretty much almost a touchdown favorite. 6.5-point favorite against Northwestern.
I'm gonna take Big Ten's Northwestern.
I'm going with the Utes. I'm going with
You
Utah.
going the Utes? Okay.
I'm gonna go with Northwestern.
I'm the lone wolf for that one. Oh man. Next, the Hawaii Bowl. 10:30 Eastern Saturday night. So it's a late one.
The Hawaii Bowl.
San Jose State and Coastal Carolina, but San Jose State is a 10-point favorite.
Okay.
It's a tough one.
Who do they face?
Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina's got to travel quite a bit. San Jose State's already on the West Coast. I think that they kind of, stick with their guns and they take this win. San Jose State, baby.
I got Coastal Carolina.
rolling.
I'm going with the upset in that one.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Chanticleers are going to go with from Myrtle
I'm
Beach.
going with the upset as well, Coastal Carolina.
There you go.
Oh,
You guys going for the upsets? Well, it looks like we got some different picks this week.
This was kind of good. I like it. Yeah.
What do we got going on?
Now let's go on the day after Christmas
On
on Tuesday.
And then Instigator. Okay, so that's going to be next Instigator Mick or?
I'll probably do those because Virginia Tech will play. Because I do.
Oh,
8:30.
right.
But here we go. The Quick Lane Bowl. Bowling Green 7-5 taking on the 5-7 Minnesota team from the Big
How
Ten.
is Minnesota in there?
I don't know. I mean, that's so weird. I looked at it too. Like, how the
Get
hell?
a load of that, guys. A 5-win team in a bowl game here. The Quick Lane Bowl. Do you know where this is played at?
Playing in Detroit.
In
It's
Detroit.
Ford Field on the Lions.
Well, frankly, it's unfortunate that Minnesota got in there, but I think that with the Big Ten competition and Bowling Green being 7-5, I'm gonna take Minnesota on this one.
Yeah, same here. I picked them.
The 5-win team.
Minnesota.
They're
Minnesota.
favorites, so we all Minnesota.
There we go. We'll go with the Golden Gophers.
Next, the Server Pro First Responder Bowl is triple Texas teams, Texas State and Rice. I mean, Texas State is a favorite 5.5, but Rice isn't played in the American. Right? I mean, Texas State did knock off Baylor this year. Texas State.
They did?
Yeah, they did this year.
Ooh.
Baylor had a rough year this
Where's
year.
this game being played at?
This is played in Dallas.
In Dallas, the Serve Pro.
So these are both Texas
First
teams.
Responder Bowl. Give me Texas State all the way.
Give me the Rice Owls in this one.
You going the Rice Owls?
I'm going with Texas State.
Texas State. If they beat Baylor, they're out. They already know what's going
Very
on.
competitive.
Very competitive. No, this is that late one here. This is a guaranteed rate bowl. This played in the Diamondbacks Stadium. This played at Chase Field, baseball field. Kansas and UNLV, the Jayhawks, back for the second straight year. UNLV, they're the 12.5-point favorites.
They're back to the same bowl.
No, different bowl.
Different bowl.
Back-to-back years, they made a bowl game.
The Jayhawks, UNLV. I still see Jayhawks taking this one.
I still do
I still
too.
see Jayhawks, you know,
They're
kinda riding it. Did they win their bowl last year?
No, they came
did
close.
not.
They were close. They went to overtime
They're
last
close
year.
last year. They're on the come up now. They're winning this year.
Jayhawks, they're prepared after one season of being in the bowl game.
Yep.
And I think they're much more ready for it and prepared for it now. I think they
Agreed.
take it.
Oh, here we go.
Great plan.
Here we
Here
go.
comes the big game. This is the game of the week.
Yeah, next Wednesday,
The
2
Instigator
o'clock.
Mick game of the week. Let's give it a round of applause.
My Virginia Tech Hokies back in the bowl game. Back in it. My Hokies are back in a bowl game after missing out last year.
All right, you gotta show off the Hokie merch.
Oh yeah, I got it. I
Yeah.
fucking got it.
Mickey, diehard Virginia Tech fan. They're back in the bowl game. We got the Virginia Tech Christmas house going
Oh
on.
yeah.
Let me take a look at this thing. Wow. Take a look. Oh, it's the railway, not the Christmas
This full looks
house.
nice.
this
Full
is very
seasonal. Very
fine.
seasonal.
Very fine.
Very
piece of
fine
work.
piece of work.
Yes,
Where did
sir.
you get this, Mickey? Show it off to the crowd.
Got it for Christmas one year by my family.
Oh,
Very
okay.
nice, very
Good
nice.
stuff.
But yeah, down to come watch that next week. Next Wednesday at 2 o'clock, the Military Bowl.
The Military Bowl. All right, who they got?
Tulane, who was
Tulane.
American. They're the runner-ups for their conference championship this year. They did beat USC in the Cotton Bowl. They did beat Caleb Williams last year. But
Ooh.
Virginia Tech is a 10.5 point favorites because a lot of Tulane players left. They transferred or opted out.
Like before the bowl game?
Yeah.
Oh, so that might cause some weird chemistry in the locker room.
So weird chemistry. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech's offense, even though they're 6'6", but they've
Have you
been
guys lost anybody to the transfer portal yet?
not really. Most of our guys are coming back
Once
next
you
year.
guys come
Like
back
our whole
to the
offense is
Hokies?
back next year.
And you guys ended with what record?
6-6, made a bowl game. You were here when we clinched the bowl game, beating UVA.
Okay.
55 point, a 50 burger in that one.
All right. Quinn, you want to start us off with this one?
Well, I mean, after hearing all that, I think I most definitely got to go with Virginia Tech. I mean,
Their offense has been hot this year, most of
their
the
offense is hot. The team chemistry's there, and
They beat Pitt this year.
Tulane's. I mean, that locker room's got to be in shambles right
Beat
now.
UVA, beat Old
I
Dominion.
think Virginia Tech's gonna take it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Mickey, I think we already know your pick.
Obviously, I'm going with the Hokies.
Yeah, Mickey's going with the
They're
Hokies.
gonna finally win a bowl game for the first time in 7 years.
You know what? Tulane
They-
last year beaten
USC in a dramatic
UNC
comeback.
in a dramatic comeback. And what was the record? this year?
Last year, another 11-win season, second straight 11-win
This year?
season. Yeah,
11-win season, and the Jokey Hokie were
6-6.
6-6.
I mean, they're 2 straight years they went to the American Championship game.
You know, it's a tough decision, but I'm going with the BT Hokie.
Oh yeah,
I'm
all
going with
BT.
the- I'm going with the Jokey Hokie.
Hope to see
Take
it
the win.
bring more luck for us to a winning record now.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's something we should do next week. Have some beers and do that.
Absolutely.
Next, the Duke's Mayo Bowl. It's North Carolina and West Virginia.
The Mayo Bowl. Okay.
Last time Carolina was in it, they lost to South Carolina. West Virginia, meanwhile, when's the last time they won a bowl? It's been a while. The last time won it was 2020.
Ooh.
It's in North Carolina. It's in Charlotte. So yeah, it's in Panther Stadium. So there gotta be a lot of Carolina fans that day.
Yeah, surely. But I'm gonna take West Virginia to finally get a bowl win after a few years.
I gotta go with them.
West
I'm going
Virginia.
with the Mountaineers since Drake May is probably gonna declare for the draft anyway. Oh,
Okay.
Duke started to pull away a little
Right,
bit.
so he might slide off. Yeah.
So yeah, I got the Mountaineers.
I gotta go. I'm gonna be a lone wolf on this one, and I'm gonna take Carolina.
Mm.
I
Good
gotta
pick.
go. I gotta
Interesting.
go with them. I mean, it's in their area. I mean, I think they got the homer advantage. I mean, they're gonna have a lot of people on their side, and I think they're gonna pull it off, and they're gonna have a lot more riding on it.
All right, next the Holiday Bowl. This is in San Diego. In USC is playing Louisville. Caleb Williams opted out. He's declared for the draft. So I mean, I'm going to take the Louisville Cardinals. They almost won the AC championship game this year. They lost. It was an ugly game against Florida State though.
Go Cards. Taking the
I
Cards.
think I gotta take Louisville. Every game I've ever watched them play, it's always been very competitive. Whether they've won or lost, they
did smack Virginia Tech around this
They
year.
know how to control
And-
the tempo of a football game, and I think it's not going to change when it comes to the bowl game. And I think they're going to take this one.
Yeah. So I mean, they did smack Virginia Tech around, but Pitt did beat them this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
It'd be Louisville. Yeah.
All right, last bowl pick because next week it'll be Thursday games. I'll
And
make
some
them.
more. Yep.
Yep. But here we go. Texas A&M and Oklahoma State. This is in Houston. This bowl game, the Texas Bowl. So I'm
Texas Bowl.
gonna take Oklahoma State in this one though.
What are the records?
I mean, Oklahoma State's got a better record. They were in the Big 12 championship game this year. Texas A&M, meanwhile, got rid of Jimbo Fisher, 7-5, and Oklahoma State is 9-4. But Texas A&M slight favorites against a Big 12 runner-up.
Give me A&M. Give me A&M.
That's the
on
Aggies.
outset. No, they're favored.
You're the favorite, yeah.
Give me A&M.
I feel like you always got to take Texas A&M. I mean,
Especially playing
they're always
Houston.
very competitive.
So I'm the lone wolf in this one.
It's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a great game.
Oh, here we go. Now let's go to the
Brady,
NFL.
Yes.
Ready?
Brady
What is the show?
Destroyer,
What is the
yeah.
chat?
Time
He's
for
the
good
goalie,
stuff.
Allegheny College goalie. Isn't
Oh,
that
yes.
cool?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right.
That's one of the NFL picks. This is
That's
my
what
Uncle
I'm
Mike's
waiting
pool.
for. So we
I'm the
got
leader in that. First place overall in that.
Thursday night football.
You got the New Orleans Saints at the LA Rams. Rams are favored by 3.5.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm liking this. Give me the Rams.
Me-
Give me the Rams. I think the Saints struggle on offense with Carr in there a little bit. You know,
Donald's gonna give him fits.
and Donald's gonna give him fits, but I think the Saints definitely have potential. I think the Rams though have
They're both
more
7-7.
offensive flow. Yeah, I think the Rams have got a little more hope in their season.
Oh, I got them too. They're covering the spread and they're holding on to that last wild card spot in the NFC right now.
I think I gotta go with the Saints. I mean, after their performance last week, and I've seen a lot of improvement and a lot of good things coming out of that offense, and I think they're gonna pull it off this week. I really think it's gonna happen.
There you go.
There you go. That's your take on the Thursday
the
game.
Saints.
Yes.
Okay.
taking the
Me
Saints.
next. Me and Garvin took the Rams in this one.
All right, here we go.
A couple Saturday games here.
We got Saturday.
Both our teams playing.
Saturday at 4:30.
Different games, different times though.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun Saturday.
Oh my God, let's do something for that
We'll
one.
be boozing.
Yes. Let's maybe go to Crandall's.
Mickey, that might mean you have 5 beers on Saturday.
I think so because
Just kidding, just kidding. Maybe throughout the duration.
Throughout the duration of the day.
Yeah, just some water in between.
Yeah, I should, but yeah, we should definitely watch Steelers and the Bills.
Absolutely.
But I'll let you have the floor on this one because let's talk about the Steelers.
So, all right, let's do some analysis here. We got Steelers, Bengals. Bengals are 8-6, correct?
Yep, they did.
Bengals are
They found
8-6.
a way to win in overtime.
They snagged the wild card spot right now. They got who's playing again? Jake Browning.
Yep, Jake Browning. He's looking good.
Looking pretty good. Who did they beat in overtime?
Minnesota. That was a thriller.
They played a good game. We did beat Cincinnati.
All right, the last time.
The first game we played. And what week was that? It was early in the season, correct?
That was November. That was like
in November.
not that long ago. It wasn't that long ago.
Okay,
Your Thanksgiving break it was.
Okay. So we did beat Cincinnati week 1. And this game is where?
This is in Pittsburgh this time.
Our final home game of the year. And frankly, our home record has not been too good.
Well, although we were all at that Packers.
We were all at the Packers game. And if I'm watching the game with Mickey, that means we get some Jordan magic.
Oh.
You know, I think the Steelers are vastly struggling on offense, and I don't think it's going to get any better necessarily.
That's right.
I think the most we could score is 20 points. The most we can score. And I think, frankly, we could win with 17. I think the defense locks it up. We know we have to win. We get back to some Pittsburgh Steelers football. It's rough on the offensive side. We got fucking Mason Rudolph playing. I think we can get the run game going a little bit, score maybe 2 touchdowns, if we're lucky. And I think we just squeeze away with the victory. Pittsburgh Steelers fashion. Steelers win the game.
Well, the spread's 2.5 favored by the Bengals. They're flight favorites in Pittsburgh, but I got to go with the underdog. Go with Pittsburgh as well.
Nice.
I feel good about this one. I do. Plus, as a Bills fan, I got to have the Steelers win.
That's right. You want to get those Bengals to drop down.
Absolutely.
You know, from what I've seen out of Pittsburgh is, like Max was talking about, very low scoring. If they're to win, it'll be a very low scoring win. Although after the performance I watched with the Bengals and Vikings over the weekend, I really think the Bengals are going to come out and score fast and score a lot. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that it's kind of hard to lose to the same team twice. And I think the Bengals are going to take it this time around.
It's a fair point.
It's a fair point there.
Definitely a fair point. I got a little bias in my pick. So.
Yeah, right. But
I'm
still
hoping. I'm hoping that Tomlin gets, he knows December football. He knows he has his track record, obviously, with the not having a losing season. Doesn't mean too much when our team's pretty mediocre every year. But still, give me the Steelers. We squeeze it.
All right, now let's go to my game. Buffalo Bills, the primetime game. This will be exclusive on Peacock, but for viewers in Buffalo and LA, it'll be on NBC.
Okay, exclusive on Peacock. That's so stupid, but hey, we'll get it here though. We got the 7-1.
Yep, we got it. That's for good there.
All right, beautiful.
Bills are favored by 10.5 against the Chargers team, who just got rid of their coach and gave up 63 points by the Raiders.
Ooh.
So this is a hungry Chargers team coming in, not playing that much. That's pretty much out of the playoff picture.
Yeah.
But
what's your analysis, Mick?
My analysis, the Bills, their run game's really just improved the last few games. Goodness. James Cook has been just balling out like it's Kansas City ending.
Surely.
In the game I was at this past Sunday in Buffalo, he ran the ball well in Dallas in the rain. They just took advantage.
Yeah.
They just ran up the throats in Dallas, and they just dominated. James Cook, 177 yards running last week. I gotta go with the Bills. I just like their offense, the way they're improving, mixing up more.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, of course, you know what's funny? The fact is, when Josh Allen scored that touchdown, I was sitting behind the end zone. I chugged the rest of my beer when Josh Allen.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, of course. My cousin-in-law was a Cowboys fan, so yeah, I was heckling.
Yeah, you had to rub it in.
Oh, I had to. And plus, I
feel good after that.
I felt good at me and Uncle Mike were just heckling Cowboy fans. We were using Stephen A. Smith's line, "How about them Cowboys?" And the Bills are just gonna just stick it to the Easton Stick. They're just gonna stick it to them.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with Mickey's pick. I think Buffalo comes away with it. I think that the Chargers get a little momentum from the new coaching, and I think they band together as a team slightly. I think they hang around just for a half, but I think Buffalo pulls away. I think Buffalo does not. I think they were they're pretty one-dimensional for most of the year, and now they're starting to finally get the run game going. So I think that Buffalo, with Allen having the potential he does, and he doesn't need to throw that much at the run game.
No,
but if Allen, if they have to trust on Allen to win the game, he's going to make it happen. I think the Bills pull away and win by over 2 scores.
Oh, hey, I like that. What do you got, Q?
Well, I mean, great performance last week against Dallas. They really showed exactly what they should be doing all year with the type of talent they have. Although I feel the Bills have been underperforming a lot this season and losing games they shouldn't be losing, and I believe that they play their matchup the way their matchup is. But although the shape that the Chargers are in right now, not making the playoffs, and
Herbert out for the rest of the year.
Herbert out, I still think the Bills take it. I just don't think they cover the spread.
Okay.
That's a fair point. We'll see. So let's move on to Sunday games. Christmas Eve. Hold on. Sunday games.
Oh, I like it.
Indianapolis Colts at the Atlanta Falcons, both in playoff positionings. Falcons in a terrible NFC South. Ooh, who you got in this one?
So I will say, from watching Indianapolis, I still don't think they're anything special. I think the Steelers' offensive struggles kind of made it easy for them to pull away. I think Pittsburgh and Mitch Trubisky especially just throwing the ball away. Not great. But Atlanta, I'm not a Desmond Ridder guy. I don't think that they have the power to be a playoff team. I think they're not going to win the division. I think they might hang around close, and it probably will come down to the last week. But I think Indy, with Garner, I think they could do enough to take this game in Atlanta.
I like that take, but also Taylor Heineke will get the start this Sunday.
Oh,
the spread
for Atlanta.
Yeah, I got to go with Heineke. I got to go with the Falcons this morning. I don't know.
Taking the Colts.
He's owned. Remember when he did the Green Bay Packers last year when he played for Washington? Remember that, Q? Remember that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He could. He's done it before. He's got Washington the playoffs before. Could he get this Atlanta team? I mean, probably not. But I'd say at least win this game. This Sunday at home. I'll defend home turf. Give me the Falcons.
Q.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. I mean, Falcons have just always been a team that I just feel underperforms and just can't figure it out. And even when they are doing well, they find a way to mess it up. And my gut, I could just never go with the Falcons ever.
All right.
Uh-oh. Next one here.
All right, we got Green Bay and Carolina.
Carolina did sneak a win against Atlanta last week.
They did sneak their first win of the season.
That's right. They're 2-12.
Is that part of your motivation for taking Atlanta, you think?
I mean,
you think that loss is kind of giving them
a little edge in that one, I think. But Carolina, meanwhile, they got their second win of the year, got a game winner. God, a kickoff was like 45 cents a ticket for so low.
It's crazy.
But I feel like ticket price would be a little upper because there'll be a lot of Packer fans this one. But I like Carolina upset. I feel like the Packers not playing their best lately.
Upset.
They're not playing their best right now. Even though they looked better last week, but still they've lost their last 2 games.
Packers are 7-7 right now.
6-8.
6-8 right now.
So I'd say if they lose, never know. But I like Carolina this one. I don't know why I do. I just like the Packers are gonna wet the bed again.
All right, it's up to me. So, I can't lie. I mean, I'm not going to be biased here. Although I'm a Packers fan, Mickey has said it completely right. Not the pick, but the fact that the Packers are very underperforming, making stupid mistakes, very awful coaching mistakes too. I feel like LaFleur, he started out the season very conservative and very want to do everything the right way, and you know, we got up against the Lions in Kansas City with like nothing to lose. Like we're going to play balls out. And it was great. You know, we tried a lot of things that ended up working out really well. But now he's gotten to the point where it's just gotten too predictable. He's running trick plays over and over again when it's just not working and it's just not getting the job done. We got to go back to the basics. We got to go back to that conservative offense, I believe. I still think we got to play a little ballsy here and there. But, you know, although with all that going on, you know, Panthers, they did just have a nice win. But, you know, the Packers got a lot more on the line. The Panthers pretty much have no shot. And, you know, the Packers, they got a lot riding on it. They got to win out. And this is a must-have win. You know, they blew a big one to the Giants that they should have had. And I think they've learned from a lot of their mistakes they've made over the season. And I think LaFleur has gotten the wake-up call that he needs. And the team has gotten the wake-up call that they need, that they really need to kick it in gear and they can't fuck around anymore. They got to get it done. And I'm taking Green Bay. I don't think they're winning by a lot, personally, because they've been making a lot of rookie mistakes and, you know, the young roster they have, that's bound to happen. But they're taking, no matter what happens, they're taking it. They're taking it, but they're not taking it by much. Green Bay's got it.
I got Green Bay by multiple scores. I think I watched them versus Tampa, and I watched Carolina's game. Carolina is still a poverty offense. Carolina still struggled to score. You know, it is rough. It was a very rough game. And obviously the defense held their own, but I don't think the Falcons played well at all.
That's true.
Green Bay, you know, they lost to Tampa. They're getting aired out. I don't think that the Panthers are going to have the ability to do that as much. I think Packers can still score. I think their offense can still do well. I take them winning the game because they know they got to win.
Although, like, remember, they threw an interception to the goal line and that's how they lost the Steelers.
Right. That's right.
But that's a good take, though.
Yeah.
But I'm the one more picking the upset. It's kind of ballsy, but picking the worst team in the NFL. But all right. This one, big one for playoff implications here from the AFC side.
Ooh.
Cleveland Browns at the Houston Texans. The Texans are favored by 2.5. C.J. Stroud has been ruled out again.
Ooh, okay, so who does that put in there again?
Case Keenum will get the start again.
again.
He was clutch, though, against the Titans.
They did. Yeah, they came back, didn't they?
And beat Tennessee.
Still a low scoring.
But they found a way to win.
Yeah, I thought they were done, honestly.
I really did. I thought so, too. I picked Tennessee last week and it didn't work out.
Cleveland just sneaked one out as well.
That's true.
Is Flacco starting?
Flacco will be starting again.
Okay.
He's been playing some good football lately. Some of the numbers put up in some games.
Tough. This one's tough in Houston.
Yeah, that's really a tough one. Case Keenum, all right. He's a former Bills backup last season.
I see this being a close game, but honestly, I think the roster of the Browns is going to get it done. I think they understand their position. They just squeaked one out last week.
I think it's a
and also the Houston Texans did, but I think that the Cleveland Browns are going to have a little more firepower going into the game.
Yeah, so that's a good take. I'm taking the Browns, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to agree on that one. I mean, you know, I think it's going to be a very close one, but at the end of the day, you know, they got veteran Joe Flacco, and they're going to have they have the maturity to pull off the win. Like they know how to win the game at the end of the day. When it's going to come down to it, Joe Flacco is going to figure it out.
All right, all Browns in this one. But all right, another 1:00 one. It is the Seattle Seahawks, favored by 2.5 on the road against Tennessee. They pulled off a big upset win over the Eagles Monday night. Titans, meanwhile, they looked all right. They had some close games. They did beat Miami. But I'm going to take Seattle. And I hate picking the Seahawks, but I'm going to take them in this one. I just think they got better talent than Tennessee in this one this year. You know, they got Derrick Henry, but I just think Seattle looks like a better team in this one. For me, you know, Seattle pulled off that win versus the Eagles. And is Locke going to be starting the game? I mean, he probably could be. I mean, the way he played, I feel like they would give him a start. The way
Who
he
was
played.
Starting initially?
It was Geno Smith.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, you know, I still think that Seattle's too flaky. I know they had a great win, and I think they're going to have some energy sparked from that win. Tennessee played a hell of a game versus Houston, and I think that if it wasn't for their offensive struggles, they probably would have came out with it. I think Levis is still pretty solid. I think their defense can band together when they need to. I think Tennessee pulls off the upset.
Ooh, I mean, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And the Tennessee's had their number in recent years, too.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to go with Seattle. You know, they just had a nice win against Philadelphia. They got a lot of confidence going right now, and they also need to keep winning. They're fighting for a playoff spot still, and they're all or nothing right now, and they're going to bring it all to the table, and Seattle's taking it, in my opinion.
All right, so Max Wolf's taking Tennessee. That's not a bad one. This one's kind of a toilet bowl, this one here. Washington Commanders at the New York Jets. Rodgers was initially thinking of playing in this one. Aaron Rodgers was thinking of return, but now that they're mathematically eliminated, like, the hell with it. I'm not playing the rest of the year. He wants to rehab, get ready for next year.
Oh, we got a Commanders fan that just came in right now.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Akari.
You know what's funny? I'm actually taking him in this one.
I'm going to take the Commanders as well. You know, the Jets put up a big 0 bomb last week.
That's right. Against a Dolphin team without Tyreek Hill.
Who's starting for the Commanders as well? Do you know?
I mean, Sam Howell's still the quarterback.
Sam Howell. Okay.
He's put up some good numbers this year.
Give me Howell. Give me the Howell.
And plus, I need him to go off me in fantasy still.
I think they got the defensive line is still pretty solid.
Yeah, they're still
I think
solid.
they can get to the Jets fucking Wilson or
Zach Milson. I'm calling him Milson.
Yeah, give me for a kid, Chris Sakari. Give me the Commanders.
What do you got, Q?
I think I'm gonna go the upset and take the Jets.
What? Of course, because they almost aren't. I'm one surprise.
Well, no, I mean, they got a lot of talent in the receiving game, and two really awful teams going up against each other. We got a couple. I just feel that the Jets are just gonna outplay them. I think they just got better players.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Come on, really?
That's
terrible. I saw this Jets team just get their ass kicked in Buffalo. The game I was at.
And versus Miami. Oh, my gosh.
Mark my words.
All right, we'll see.
Commanders are awful. It's management. I mean, you're definitely right on that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
facts.
that is a fact on that one. Oh, this one's an interesting one. I mean, Detroit Lions hosting Detroit Lions at Minnesota. They're favored by 2.5 on the road, but the Vikings come off a heartbreaker against the Bengals. Well, the Lions, just dominated.
What are the Vikings sitting at right now?
7-7 right now. Hold on to a spot in the playoffs. We'll see.
Give me Minnesota. Give me Minnesota.
You got the Vikes in the upset.
I got the Vikes in the upset. I think that they're hungry for that win. They want to snag that wild card. And I think they play a hell of a game versus Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. Duke just officially won.
All right, good. Duke won. Nice.
Yes, sir. My Blue Devils got the win over top 10 Bear team. I'm happy about that. But in this game, I hear the Lions, Vikings. I'm taking the Lions. I got to go with Detroit. I like him this year. Dan Campbell, he's been his motto since he came in there. He's been biting kneecaps, and sure hell, he's been doing it all year. Couldn't have won over Green Bay early in the year, but Packers got the best later in the year. But I like Detroit.
Did they play yet this year?
This is actually these. I think so. I think they haven't played.
One. Quentin, do you know?
Won which game?
I gotta check their history this year. How they've been this year.
I think the Lions won that one.
Yeah, Lions did win that this year. I think.
Because if the Lions,
this is only the first time they play late again, week 18.
Oh wow!
So this is their first meeting.
This is the implications. I think the Vikings take the first one.
It's in Minnesota, but I like Detroit. I just like Detroit.
Honestly,
we'll get to the college football playoff here soon. We have a request, but we're gonna get to the NFL picks.
I believe that the Vikings take it. I mean, I think the Lions are phonies. Personally, I think the Vikings are a better football team.
I think the Vikings are as well. I think the Lions are as well.
I really truly think the Lions are phonies. I think they're.
We got a good game.
I mean, they're a very good football team, very improved from the year before, no question about that. But I just think they've had a couple of lucky wins to separate themselves. But I think they're phonies. I really think the Vikings are the best NFC North team right now.
Ooh, okay.
Hot take, but I'm taking the Vikings as well.
As a Packers
I'm the only one that's taking the Lions.
I think the Lions they're playing tough games, but I think they'll play a close one.
Oh yeah, they will. All right, 4:00. Now it's a 4:00 slate. This is a battle of the Florida teams here. Jacksonville Jaguars at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, Jaguars barely holding on to the AFC South with that tough loss, ugly loss to the Ravens. And the Bucs, meanwhile, got one of their best wins this season.
Did they get their ass kicked?
Yeah, 23-7.
Is Lawrence playing? Was he playing?
You're saying he's in concussion protocol right now. We'll see how his status is. But
yikes!
I mean, Baker Mayfield, they got the Bucs
in Tampa Bay.
It's a tough one here.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh man, this is a tough one. Vicky,
I think I like Jacksonville's one there. CJ Beathard looked all right, like when Lawrence got injured in that Monday night game.
Yeah,
he looked all right there, but I think Jacksonville gets momentum.
I think Tampa Bay rides their wave back at home. You know, I think
they did beat Green Bay last week.
Baker is looking like he can start in the NFL, and I think given a lot of QB injuries, he's looking like a top 20 QB. Well, you know, just because there's a lot of injuries,
it's been a weird season.
20 starter right now, and I think if T-Law goes down or he can't play, then the Buccaneers win. My pick change if Lawrence starts.
Oh, yeah.
If Lawrence starts, my pick changes to Jacksonville. But I think that is a key factor. I think
Trevor
Lawrence knows he's got to win that game if he's in there.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to take Jacksonville. I mean, anything that I've learned about Baker Mayfield is he's very, very streaky.
It's true.
He has his highs, he has his lows, and I think coming off that performance, I think it's going to get to his head, and I think he's going to go out and lay an egg this weekend.
The Baker Mayfield cycle, maybe?
Yes, the Baker Mayfield cycle.
That's the old days. Well, yeah. America's Game of the Week on Fox, 425.
Ooh.
Dallas Cowboys at the Miami Dolphins. Tua is still playing good, but he's got a lot of concussion. I mean,
Oh man,
Cowboys are going to be pissed off, after losing the Bills.
that was a rough game.
And the Dolphins, meanwhile, they shut out, they shut out the Jets without Tyreek Hill. But we'll see how his status is for this one.
And I believe the Dolphins are the highest scoring offense in the NFL. Is that true?
That's true. They are they did put 70 this
one
year.
of them. Oh man,
in Miami,
it's different in Miami. It's not the cold conditions in Buffalo. I think Buffalo's really riding a high. Dallas looked bad. They clinched a playoff spot already.
Yeah,
but they're looking. It's all seeding now because Dolphins are going to be in the playoffs either way.
Either way, the Dolphins got
But I think it's a close game and it starts to be a shootout. But I think Dallas comes up with the win. Actually,
I like that pick too. I like it. I got Dallas this one. They're going to be fired up, and plus, I want to win the division as a Bills fan.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I got Dallas this one. I think Dallas will be pissed off.
I think Miami's been on a hot streak a little bit.
And then they're due to lose. They're struggling with really teams with winning records. If I've noticed this year.
Right.
I think I'm going to disagree. I think I'm going with Miami. Dallas, they've already secured their spot in the playoffs, and they don't really have a whole lot to lose right now other than seeding. And they're a type of. They've always been known to be like a choke artist team for the most part. I mean, they've had their moments,
that sounds like a Steve
moments, but I mean, let's face it, Dallas is a team you think of when you think of choke artists, and I don't think that's going to change.
That'll make Stephen A's day if you're in that take.
Yeah, that's true. I think late regular season that they usually are okay late regular season,
but
playoffs is when it kind of comes down to it. But all right, let's move on.
Oh, this is the last 4 o'clock one. It's a shit bowl. This one is.
Yeah, we don't need to talk too much about this.
No, not that much.
Give me Chicago over Arizona.
I got Chicago too. I mean the Cardinals.
In Chicago, terrible. They played a decent game yesterday versus last week.
They almost beat Cleveland, so I gotta take them. Justin Fields is playing better.
Yeah, I gotta go Chicago on that one.
Especially the conditions are bad.
Oh, for the Arizona,
I don't see Kyler Murray being a good snow quarterback.
No. It's the Sunday night game. NFL Network 8:15 on Christmas Eve in Denver. The New England Patriots at the Denver Broncos.
They need to flex that one down.
They should have.
Yeah.
But Denver's battling for a playoff spot.
In Denver?
Yeah.
Give me Denver.
I'm gonna take the points. I'm gonna take New England. I think New England makes it close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think New England makes it. I just have a feeling to be a closer game.
Who do you think is gonna win outright?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if New England wins this one. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. The Broncos are starting to look like shit a little bit.
Yeah, definitely a little. I don't know. I didn't imagine them being a playoff team. Obviously, they got a little bit of a hot streak.
They did beat a Bills
squeeze a win away from New England. I actually think it's going to be kind of a boring game. But I think Belichick, as much as he's struggled coaching this year, he still is able to keep games close sometimes.
That's true, especially in Denver. I mean,
yeah, I think it's going to be a nice defensive game.
I believe that Denver's going to take it, and I think Russell Wilson's going to get his spark back on, and I think he's going to take it by a couple scores.
Nice.
I think he's going to turn it around, and he's had a good season for the most part. Veteran quarterback. They've had a few slip ups and mistakes, obviously, but I think ultimately they're going to figure it out and they're going to take this win and take it by a lot.
The 2 Monday night game.
Oh,
the 3.
The 3 Christmas games this year for.
Oh, the Christmas game.
Yeah, Monday. It's pretty cool they do that. But first, the 1 o'clock game on CBS.
Oh, 1 o'clock. Okay.
See, Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, they covered the spread last week against New England, but they look better. Meanwhile, the Bills did beat them though in Kansas City.
Right.
Raiders playing a little bit better. Nothing to lose. This one, I'm gonna take the points. This one, I have the spread.
Who are you taking the game?
I mean, Chiefs probably will barely win, but
I think Chiefs will squeeze.
But this Raiders game, this one,
I think I'd take the points at 9.5, and then I would take the Chiefs to win the game.
Yeah, so I think the Chiefs don't cover.
Yeah.
So this is my pick of the week too. The Raiders here.
Okay.
I might pull. Yes, I got the Raiders my pick of the week.
I like that.
Chiefs are a joke. I'm going with the Raiders for the win. Upset win.
Then again, the Raiders did put up 63 points last week.
63 versus the Chargers. I think the Chiefs though still understand that their seeding's a little fishy right now.
Now, yeah,
they might end up getting a fast away playoff game. And their division, they're going to win it. They're going to win the division, but I think they want to have a little more comfort in that. I think Andy Reid's too good of a coach to let them lose to the Raiders, and especially because they struggled versus New England last week.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Of course, they're whining little bitches after that loss to the Bills. So the Chiefs still whining about that. They got fined for that. But all right.
I feel like other than the Lions, I feel like the Chiefs are a very fake, phony team in the NFL.
They're gonna be one and done this year.
I don't agree with them. I don't agree.
I'll
kick it into gear.
See, this 4:30 game on Fox is like the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, Eagles don't be cursed on Christmas, I heard before, but they have done well in recent years. And I'll take the spread. They'll cover it easily. They're going to be fired up after the loss to the Seahawks. They're going to blow out the Giants. So I'll take the Eagles in this one. Oh, he got the DeVito sign.
Give me the points for the Giants. They make it a good NFC East matchup. I think the Eagles pull away.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
win the game.
All right.
I think I'm going to disagree. I think Tommy DeVito is going to pull off the upset
Ooh.
win. Former Syracuse quarterback. Absolutely. I mean, the Eagles, I've seen the Eagles make a lot of very bad decisions during the season this year.
They got lucky against the Bills.
Really, a lot of tough losses, and I mean, they're still a really good team, obviously, very good football team, but I also feel like they're major choke artists, and Tommy DeVito is out there playing like his fucking ass is on fire. He's out there giving everything he's got and leaving it all out there, trying to make a statement and secure a starting spot possibly for next year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got so much riding on him right now, and he's going to go leave it all out there. And I think ultimately the Giants and DeVito take the win.
That's most definitely not.
Oh, last but certainly not least, the Monday night Christmas game. This will be a really good match. The Baltimore Ravens at the San Francisco.
Beating the Eagles either.
Baby.
Ravens at the 49ers. Oh, goodness. This was a tough one. But I'm going to take the spread in this one. I got the Niners covering the spread. They're the best team in the NFL right now.
I mean, for me, no argument there. I got to go with the Niners. They've been very solid all year. Doing a very great job offensively. And
Defense down still.
Dominant defense. And, yeah, I think going San Francisco all the way. No.
It's going to be the game of the year right here.
I mean, no joke.
The game of the year. I'm taking the fucking Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh.
In a great matchup. I think that they hold the Niners under 27, and then they could pull away a game-winning field goal. Baltimore.
That's not a bad take. I mean, it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Oh, let's get a little college football playoff take on this one. I mean, what are your thoughts on Florida State, undefeated Florida State getting snubbed this year? That was kind of surprising.
Not a fan.
Me neither. I'm not a fan of it either. But
Total bullshit.
It's too,
it's just SEC bias.
I like it because I don't like it because in the NFL, this is what I like about the NFL. It's like the record gets you in.
Yes.
There's nothing about the strength of your schedule. There's, the Steelers, their last 7 games were like a cakewalk compared to the Bills. They're sitting in the same exact spot right now. And if they're tied and the Steelers somehow win the tiebreaker because their divisional record's better, that's the Bills obviously are a better team than the Steelers.
Right.
If they end up both 9-8 and Buffalo has their wins versus the fucking Cowboys kicking their ass, all that stuff, and the Steelers' best wins are like some divisional opponents, that's the same standard that we should hold to other football clubs. And obviously it's different in college, but I think that being able to choose a team to get in that has a loss versus a team that is undefeated, especially in a Power 5 conference, is just not
total bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Absolutely. I mean, especially, like what I've seen for Florida State all year, like how good they were. I mean, with Jordan Travis, doesn't matter about the quarterback injury. Just still let them in. They deserve it. Undefeated year.
With that being said, though, and Bama got in, is that what happened?
Yeah, so Bama got in after beating Georgia.
With that being said, I understand that Bama might be a better team, and they probably would beat Florida State, but that's not what you earned during the season. You didn't earn that during the season. They got in because they're politically a better team. They placed better competition, stuff like that.
Cool. The loss
FSU's strength of schedule wasn't like anything that bad, though. I think Bama is gonna make it to the national title game, actually, and that's kind of a hot take. But with that being said, Florida State deserves to be in there. It doesn't matter. Washington got in there.
Washington undefeated year. I mean, they dominated. I mean, they beat Oregon twice.
Yeah,
that's true. They did beat Oregon twice.
It's just tough that the last year when college football playoffs like this, they kind of had to do a team like that.
Yeah.
But next year won't be the issue.
Thank goodness.
Any undefeated team is gonna get into the top.
Because thank God the expansion have opened next. Thank God the 12-team expansion starts next season.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna make it way better.
Well, maybe who knows? But Florida State, I mean, they did knock out my Hokies. I saw like the run game looked great in that one. They mixed it up, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do about it? But my take is I got Michigan win the national championship because they've been hated on all year. They're gonna use that as fuel and they're gonna win the whole damn thing.
So it's gonna be Michigan, Washington.
I got Michigan, Texas in that national championship.
Oh, so what are the rankings?
Like, see, you got number 1 Michigan. You got number 2
Okay,
is
they're one.
Number 2 is Washington. 3 is Texas, and Alabama 4.
I'm taking Bama over Michigan. I think
The Rose Bowl?
obviously they've been hated, but I think that again, like there's nothing you could do to compare the amount of talent that Bama has compared to Michigan, and it's still better. Michigan might have played better football, but Bama's just they are what they are. They're a traditional football program. I think Michigan gives them a game, but I don't see it being. I still don't see it being that close.
Texas Washington though will be a fun one to watch. These two met in the bowl game last
Texas
year
as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go Texas.
Longhorns look better, but Michael Penix, you never know. Don't count him out. Look what he did to your Nittany Lions in 2020.
I remember I was so fucking pissed at that game. Actually, it ruined my whole entire day.
Did it really?
And it ruined the whole entire season. I remember watching it in my living room. Yeah, not good.
Yeah. Well, that was a great show. I mean,
Yes.
thanks for joining, Max. Thanks for joining Q. It was a hell of a show.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Instigator Mick,
Thanks for
baby.
having me.
Hope everyone enjoys their Christmas. I'll be on back next Wednesday. Same time, same place.
Mickey's gonna show you guys your new Christmas presents.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I'll make another appearance.
Maybe. After hope you have a Virginia Tech one.
Yep, we'll see. We'll see how our picks do.
Let's see how we do. Thank you all for joining tonight.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, thanks, Mickey.
Oh, of course. Anytime, guys.
Awesome.
Enjoy your football this weekend. Merry Christmas. All right.